Hello again, this is Andy Henderson live from Forward Thinking, episode 25 of Sherpa Guidance. I'm really sorry about before. The computer completely crashed. It went totally kaput, blue screened, everything went off. So I'm going to start again because I don't want you to miss any of this stuff. So yeah, I'm Andy Henderson, episode 25 of Sherpa Guidance. And today it's all about the 6 foundations of how to build and grow your dream business. And I've tried to make this simple because some of the stuff I talk about you might not kind of get it might not resonate with you, but I've tried to really simplify these foundations, and that's what we're going to cover off today. I spoke about it in the live on Monday, but Wednesdays is all about just giving you a bit of a framework to follow and a bit more in-depth detail about how you can take this stuff that I talk about and maybe implement it right into the heart of your business, because you know these are some of the things that I've used before, I've implemented in businesses, and it's helped us really create predictable, steady growth, an enjoyable place to work, maybe even an aspirational brand as well. You know, the businesses I've run before, you know, we didn't turn them into Apple or Google, but locally they were really well known, and these are some of the things that we implemented to really sort of supercharge that growth and make business feel a lot easier and more enjoyable to do. So that's what we're going to cover off today. So as always, you know, I'm Andy Henderson, I'm your Sherpa guide, and I'm on a mission to improve the lives of many thousands, 25,000 business owners in the next sort of 10 years. And that's going to evolve. Those goals that I've set myself are going to evolve because we've created another service called Career GPS. And this service, Career GPS, is for people who want more out of their career, more out of their vocation. They want to maybe find their purpose. They may have a boss they don't like or a job they don't like, and they've had time to reflect. And really, they really want to find what's inside, you know, that playful, creative side, that fun and enjoyable, you know, life side, you know, and we've created a program to extract that and bring it all out so that those people can have a positive impact and really find the career, find the life choices, find the financial choices and the knowledge and growth choices that really work for them and make them feel good inside, make them feel fulfilled and on point and on purpose. You know, because when we're growing a business like that, or when we're in a career, when we feel like that, you know, everything seems to connect. Everything seems to feel complete, and we feel like we're on the right track up the mountain. Because it's never going to be easy. You know, life's not easy. But if we can figure out ways to make it more enjoyable by doing things that we love to do, that really create an impact in the world, wouldn't that be a great place to be? So, yeah, the goals are going to evolve. It's coming soon with a couple of the partners I'm working with, Dan and Lee, and Catherine, and we're going to bring this to life. It's going to be awesome. But today, it's all about business. It's all about the 6 foundations that are going to help you. If you take these foundations and you implement them in your business, and you get to that next stage of growth, then you implement them again. You redefine them, recalibrate them, implement them again. So you've got the foundations again for the next series of growth, the next round of growth. And each time you experience growth, it's really time to recalibrate these foundations and make sure we're on track. So let's dig in. So where do we start? So what are these 6 foundations? But before we do, this is me, the Sherpa guy. That's my little caricature climbing the mountain with the map. And it's all about the map, the destiny map you see behind me in every one of my lives, because it's the cornerstone to what I teach. And it's all the frameworks that I give you and I share with you about how to build and grow and improve your business. All are extracted and derived from the destiny map. So it's a great piece of visual technology, if you will, that can really help you visualize that plan and create your map to your destination, so that you know when you're trying to climb up that mountain, you know what's going to happen when you get to the top. You know what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel absolutely awesome. So another thing that I like to explain as well is that you know very often in business, whether you're a 100k a year business, a 500k a year, a £1 million business, 5 or 10 million, or even a £100 million business, we often get distracted and we often lose sight of what's at the core of our operation, you know, because the big thing is to keep the main thing, isn't it? I mean, the main thing that we should do in any business is keep the main thing that we do the main thing. You know, and for me, it's about impacting lives and giving people a sense of purpose in their business and their lives. But we can get distracted when we hit that glass ceiling and we stop growing, and we don't understand why, because we're not doing anything different. But that's just it, right? We might need to do something different whilst observing the 6 foundations. But when we're in that period of not understanding what's going to help us get to that next level, we tend to start going up, down, left, right, all these different directions, trying to find the thing that's going to take us to where we want to be. But wouldn't it make a lot more sense if we defined where we wanted to be first and create the pathway to get there? Because if you don't know where you're going, you have 10 pathways in front of you. One of them's going to lead to the right place, hopefully. But in order to find out if it leads to the right place, you've got to travel down each path. And that takes time, energy, effort and money. We don't want that. What we want is a way of working that focuses that time, energy, effort and money in one place, and it focuses it in one direction to the place that you want to be, to that feeling that you want when you've achieved success, that you've built a legacy, you feel proud, self-fulfilled, confident, all these amazing things. That's where we want you to be. So, and when you get that purpose, when you understand what you want your life to be like in the future, and you're living that life and you're making progress every day towards that place, you get that feeling of fulfillment, because the simple equation is purpose plus progress equals fulfillment. Absolutely fantastic. So in everything that I do, I'm always trying to teach you how to build and grow your dream business. And I always caveat that by saying a business that works for you and not the other way around, because we don't want a business where we're working for it, because we have the worst boss in the world, because it's ourselves. Oh my God, who wants that as a boss? But seriously, we want a business that works for you so that you can get everything you want out of your life by having the business performing in such a way that it's giving you all those things: time, money, certainty, control, and an ability and an opportunity to create impact in people's lives, which is really, really powerful and really important. So what are the 6 foundations? Well, I'll begin by showing you a little graph. So you can see on the graph it's a growth curve of a business, and growth is never usually like this unless you've got a unicorn like the guy Gymshark, who's just built this like £1.4 billion business in 8 years from his bedroom. Absolutely unbelievable. But typically growth's a bit lumpy. At the start of the journey, we set off, we create a business, we get some customers, some revenue, some profit, and then it stops and we go, what's going on? Why has it stopped? Because we need to put the foundations in place for the next series of growth. And then when we grow again, we need to recalibrate and reapply those same foundations at each stage of that growth journey. Because, on that growth journey, lots of things can happen. We can get uncertain, we can get a bit of doubt, we can overtrade, we can have cash flow issues, we can have people problems. So we need to recalibrate these foundations and really, reflect back on where we're going, who we are, how we're going to get there, and is it the life that we want? Is it the business that we want? And recalibrate those things. And you'll see on the graph, you've got 2 X marks the spots between those growth cycles, and it's at the X's where these foundations really need to be assessed, fine-tuned, recalibrated, and then re-implemented. Because as your business is growing and evolving, things are changing. You might change direction slightly. You might go after a different set of customers. You might introduce new products or services. We need to recalibrate this stuff, because if you're going in one direction and then you get sidetracked a little bit, we need to be able to create a system that brings you back in line. And it's about these foundations. It's about making sure these foundations are constantly recalibrated and reassessed. So you can see that growth curve, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's about these foundations that we need to implement at each stage of this growth journey. Make sure they're on point, they're optimized, and they're calibrated. So what are the 6 foundations? Well, the first one, and obviously loads of people talk about mindset, but it's so true. We've got to think about the positives. We've got to think about the future. We've got to focus our mind on that place we want to be. We've got to laugh in the face of adversity. We've got to grab all the obstacles and problems that we have and turn around so we can see the gift inside them. Failure is an opportunity to grow, because we learn from those mistakes. In every problem there's a gift. And that gift of the problem is usually about learning and growing. And if you take on, from a mindset perspective, if you go through life thinking about the problems that you've got and oh, woe is me, and why is my business not performing, and what's wrong with me, and all this sort of stuff, all you're going to find is negatives, and it's going to hold you back, it's going to paralyze you, and you're going to end up going backwards. But if you look into the future, how can I improve the lives of myself, my family, my customers even more today than I did yesterday? You're going to search for positive things to do to actually improve the lives of yourself, your customers, everyone else. What can I do today to ensure I'm moving forwards on my journey towards the top of the mountain? Really, really important things, because we've got to have this growth mindset. We've got to get this mindset that encourages us to grow, encourages us to learn new things, encourages us to think forward think about the future, and making steps each day to make sure we're on the right path and we're going in the right direction and we're making progress. As opposed to a fixed mindset where you've got these limiting beliefs, these things that are holding you back all the time. You believe that you may be an imposter, or you don't deserve the success that you're about to get. All those types of things that you might not feel like you're good enough. But let me tell you, everyone's good enough. Everyone is always enough for this world, But having those differences in mindset, it's so important that we really try and open our minds and really try and think positively about the problems that occur, positively about the future, positively about the journey we're on. And yeah, we might be halfway up the mountain, we might be a bit tired, stressed, burnt out a little bit, and that's understandable. But when you look back at how far you've come, you look to the top and you think, I'm almost there. It's like a magnet dragging you towards it. So mindset is number one. We've got to be in the right state of mind. We've got to be thinking positively, thinking about the future, building products and services that not only improve the lives of our customers, but make it an enjoyable thing to do for our people who work with us to build this journey and to create this compelling vision of the future. So mindset, number one, really important foundation. Number two, it's all about creating a compelling vision of the future. You need one for yourself. You need to understand where you're going and what you want your life to be like in the future, and how your business needs to create that impact and performance to give you that life. But it's not just about you, it's about your board of directors. They need to understand and help create that vision of the future. And it's not just about them either, it's about all the people in your business. You might have a business with 3 people in it, or 1 person, 10 people, or 5,000 people. They all need to, as a human instinct, a human trait, we all need to believe in something bigger than ourselves. So what better way to do that than create a forward view of the company, where it's going, how it's going to get there, and what the benefits are of travelling on that journey with the company. And also, what are the people's roles in helping the company grow? That compelling vision of the future is something that's so important. So when you mix that with a positive mindset, you become laser guided and focused on building a business that's going to give you, your customers, your family, your people, the life and the business and the vocation, the career that they want. And they start to believe in that journey. When they start to believe, something magical happens. You get high performance, and then you get momentum. So absolutely amazing stuff. Number 3, compass. So it's not just sufficient to understand what the compelling vision of the future is. We need to get our direction right. So what kind of customers are we going to serve? What kind of products and services are we going to deliver to them to help them with their problems and their pains and give them a result? What is that direction? What route are we travelling down to get to that compelling vision of the future? Because, just having a compelling vision of the future is okay, but what's that destination? And what's the direction of travel that we need to take in order to get there? So we need a compass. We need something to orient us in the right direction. So if we come off track, we can get back on track and away we go. So number 3, compass. Really, really super important. Number 4, on any journey, you need to understand the route and resources and the preparations you need to make. So again, another big one. Once you've got your mindset right, once you've got your compelling vision of the future, once you've got your compass ready, you're going in the right direction. Just before you start that journey, just understand what route you're going to take, because there might be 5 different routes to the top. Pick the best one that suits you. We've got to understand the preparations that we need to make, the resource requirements. If you're going up Kilimanjaro, the amount of preparation involved and the route that you're going to take and the resources that you need for that journey are very different than if you were going to climb up the local hill, Pendle Hill or whatever. Very, very different. So understanding the compelling vision, understanding the direction of travel, understanding the route and resources that are required to build and grow that business is absolutely vital. Because otherwise, if you get the preparations wrong, you're going to end up halfway up that mountain. You're going to be struggling. You're going to be stuck. So really identify what's the route, how we're going to get there. What customers are we going to serve? How we're going to serve them? How do we attract them? How do we keep that relationship going? So it's more strategic and more partnership in nature, and it keeps them coming back for more. And what resources are we going to need? The partners, the systems, the buildings, the IP, the skills, the people, the cash in the bank to invest. All those sorts of things need to be understood at each stage of that growth journey. So number 5, we need a plan. Plain and simple, we need a plan to get there. We've got the mindset, boom. We've got the compelling vision of the future, boom. We've got the compass for direction, boom. We understand the resource requirements and the route we're going to take and the preparations. But then we need a plan. We need a plan of what to deploy when, and who's going to do what where, and at what time scale, and who owns what action and what task and what milestone. We need a plan. We need to understand very clearly what the result is that we want. Well, it might be more profit, more revenue, more customers. We need to understand the purpose behind that route. So this is the RPM model. Results, purpose. What's going to happen when we achieve those results? More freedom, more clarity, more confidence, more self-belief. Built a legacy. Feel fulfilled inside. That's what I'm searching for. The revenue, profit and new customers will give me that. And then what we need behind that is a massive action plan. So RPM, results, purpose, massive action plan so you know what steps to take every single day to move close to where you want to be. Absolutely super important, and it's something again that we cover off in Success GPS. And the final thing is, when you're on your journey, you've got everything. You've got your mindset, you've got your compelling vision, you've got your route and resource, you've got your compass, you've got your massive action plan. What we need to do then is make sure you stay on track. Because if you're in a car and you're going to Newquay and you hit traffic on the M5, your sat-nav doesn't suddenly say, you don't want to go to Newquay, guys, you want to go to London instead, it's much better, you'll have a great time there, it's better than Newquay, and there's no traffic. It doesn't say that. It says, excuse me, hang on a second, we've got a problem here, we've got some traffic, we might need to reroute a little bit, is that okay? Yeah, no problem. You click yes, boom, and it reroutes you around that obstacle, around that traffic jam or that accident, keeps you on track. So this is all about the calibration, but it's all about how you measure success, how you measure performance in your business. Because if you've got a small business, one thing goes wrong, the whole soup's tainted. Because business is like a big soup, it's full of different ingredients. You put one extra ingredient in, like a raw prawn or an off prawn, it taints the whole thing. So suddenly you think everything's broken. No, vital signs is all about understanding the key things that you need to keep your finger on the pulse of to keep your business moving in the right direction. So we break that stuff down, nail it down, and keep reassessing that stuff as we grow. Keeps us on track, you see, and that's what we want. Once you've got that momentum, you've got that clarity, you've got that movement and that inertia going forward, we need to make sure you keep on track. So they're the 6 things. So when you apply a positive mindset, you've got the compelling vision, you've got the compass, you've got the route and resources, massive action plan, and the vital signs to keep you on track, the calibration point. You've got a laser guided, emotionally charged, step-by-step map to build and grow your dream business, which is a great place to be. It makes you feel good, makes you feel clear. So they're the 6 foundations, guys. Sherpa Guidance, episode 25. That's absolutely done. And if you like the stuff that I talk about, if you feel it's a benefit, if you like the structure, the format, the content, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know by sending me an email or send me a message on one of the social platforms. And I'd love to know more about you, your business, and if you need some help implementing some of this stuff, I'm available. So just book a free call in my diary. You can see there, sgps.forwardthinking.limited/speak to the Sherpa. We'll put the link in the comments. All you need to do is click the link and book a call in my diary that works for you. And let's have a chat. Let's have a discussion about how this stuff can work for you and your business. Let's understand where you are now, where you want to be in the future, and what the big thing is that's holding you back, and we'll eliminate that, I promise. So I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa guide, and just remember, you're just one step away.